everybody. Welcome to the Heavy Leather Topless Dance Party. Yeah! Haven't seen our show before. It's a rock and roll dance party. You're going to have a good time. Let me tell you what's happening tonight. But before I do that, let me tell you who's here. Hey, everybody. This is the last gang in town. To my right, there she is. It's America's Showgirl. It's also Riot. Yeah! She's rocking some kind of rope thing.
You see, I had a very long pair of earbuds.
Called a safari or something like that.
It's called a what now?
Safari.
It's called a safari. Everybody knows that. Shibari?
I don't know.
What's it called, Elsa?
Safari sounds right.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Like
that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I'll
whatever
do
it is.
it and
I think that's
update
what
you
it is.
later.
Hibachi?
All right, it's a CVS receipt that went very wrong.
To my left, there she is. It's a Chachi to my Fawns. It's a Jessie to my Walter. It's Stacy DC.
Yeah!
I'm getting flirtier. Do you see this?
That's good.
I
You're
love
flirting with the
it.
camera. It's nice. And then over there, to my farther left, it's Kings of the Nighttime World. It's the Black Leather Lagoon.
Hey!
Incredible show tonight, all the way from Lowell, Mass. You ever been to Lowell, Mass?
Oh, so many times.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you? Why?
I used to go up into this attic and look at vintage clothing up there.
Okay. All the way
Is
from
this a shop or just an attic?
just an attic.
Nicest
Yeah.
parking garage in all of Massachusetts.
I mean,
Whoa.
it's a cool story. If you just accept
nice.
it, it's just
really
too
nice.
cool.
Lots of room.
Okay. Hey, it's the shirts and the shoes, everybody. Let's take a look.
Yeah!
And they got them both. They got shirts. and
They
they've
have
got-
all of it.
They've got shoes.
Impressive.
You know our motto, no shirts, no shoes, no service.
Yeah.
Right.
Or rock and roll.
No cervix.
No cervix.
And we've also got some.
Accurate. You know what?
And we've also got some burlesque from the incredible, the alluring, the beautiful Landis darling. Performing a number with
That's
the
sure to be good.
Black Leather Lagoon. It's all very exciting, but we got some stuff to take care of before we get.
Yeah. Have you ever been tied up?
No,
I
No.
sense a segment coming on.
nobody's tied up
You've
now, are
never
they?
even had a
Elsa's
really,
all
really
tied up
long
over
phone
here.
charger?
She's just wrapped up and
Ken,
stuff.
you should
She's not
totally
actually.
get your ass tied up.
Yeah.
She's not tied
Can
up
we
to anything.
tie you up?
I mean, I guess
That's
so.
a calendar picture.
Stacy should do it.
Maybe we can tie him up during the break.
I guess so. I don't really need to be tied up, but if that's what you'd like to do, it's fine. Before we get to the rock and
None of
roll,
this really needs to happen. but we do it because it.
it has. I mean, it has no appeal to me. But if
It has a lot
if
of
it has a lot of appeal to
us.
you, then that's
Yeah.
fine.
She's like already got the black gloves. She's like,
Hey, before we get to the rock and roll, we have to get. You know, what we have to get to.
Is it the murder?
We have to get to the murder.
yeah!
Here she comes, everybody. It's Kate Douglas,
Murder queen.
our resident creep, and it's time for the murder minute.
Yeah!
Hey, Kate, welcome back, buddy.
Thank you. I'm so sorry I wasn't here last week.
That's fine. Stacy told her murder story. It went okay.
I actually didn't watch the show for once.
What?
I'm so sorry.
And we did
What
such
did you
a good
tell?
job too.
What did you tell? Wait. Okay, wait. I think I've heard this story. Everyone here has heard this story.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
And
It's
there's
great.
no
it's
murder
great.
story that Kate hasn't heard.
Right.
That might be true at this point, actually.
All right. Go ahead. Tell us
Unfortunately.
Tell us this week's murder story.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you about everybody's favorite Milwaukee cannibal.
Whoa.
I don't even have one, so.
Oh, you do though, but you don't know it.
Okay.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh. Okay. I do know this name.
Very popular in the 90s.
I'm gonna tell you about the night Jeffrey Dahmer was almost caught.
Okay. Here we go.
So, Jeffrey Dahmer came upon.
By the way, is that you were holding court in the booth before the show? Is that what you were talking
Yeah, I
about?
was telling everyone about
Okay.
the night Jeffrey Dahmer was almost caught in the booth. Sorry.
Everybody was enthralled in there.
Good. You better be enthralled now.
Okay.
I'm enthralled.
on the edge of my seat.
Quite
Stop
literally.
interrupting
Quite
this enthralling
literally.
story.
Here we go.
Jeffrey Dahmer
Yep.
came upon a young 14-year-old boy.
Yep.
Very sad story because he was the younger brother of a boy that Jeffrey Dahmer had previously assaulted. He came upon him. He did not fully speak English, so it was easy for Jeffrey Dahmer to take him under his wing and bring him to his apartment. Jeffrey Dahmer was obsessed with creating a human being, basically the concept of a zombie, someone who you could disrupt their frontal lobe and take them over. They would be fully committed to you, not have the like desires and needs that human beings would have.
Sure.
Because he experienced a lack of love in childhood. He needed someone to be fully committed to him as an adult. So he took this young boy to his apartment, drilled a hole in his head, poured hydrochloric acid inside of his head, because that would obviously disrupt your frontal lobe. He did this a lot with varying things: boiling water, normal water, hydrochloric acid, bleach. Obviously, these things didn't work very well. So this young man became unconscious. He was like, ah, shit, I killed another one.
Right.
Left his apartment.
Wait, this person isn't dead.
Well, Jeffrey Dahmer thought he was dead. He was not dead. He woke up, was fully naked, very afraid, ran out of the apartment into the street and started screaming. Police showed up at the exact time that 2 police officers showed up. Jeffrey Dahmer showed back up and put his arm around said victim and was like, "Oh, officers, I'm so sorry. This is a lover's quarrel." The two male,
Got it?
the 2 male police officers were like,
So he was like
"Oh,
a teenage boy, though, right?
14." He was like, "Oh, we don't."
And he had a hole in his head.
Yeah.
Well, just wait, I'll get to that. They were like, "Oh, we don't do this. We don't deal with gay love affairs."
Oh, no.
So they were like, fine, handle it amongst yourselves, we'll leave. Jeffrey Dahmer takes this boy back in his apartment, where he then kills him. When questioned later about why they didn't notice a hole in the head of said child,
Yeah.
the police officer was like, I don't know, like it was so dark, it was night, we couldn't see, and they had a physician testify that the blood that comes out of your brain, so cerebral blood, is almost black. It's a darker color than the rest of your blood. So they were like, obviously it's darker. It was harder to see it at night. So like we're
Right,
not to
that's true,
blame
yeah.
because we were so afraid of people being gay.
So homophobia was like
So
the
homophobia.
second perpetrator.
Yeah. But
Wait.
then shortly thereafter they realized things were up and they found the shrine of human remnants in his apartment and
Yum.
he went to jail where he was killed.
Do you think? Yeah, I remember because I had a band at the time. It was called Stalking Alyssa, and
Were you stalking Alyssa?
no, it
That's not good.
was we're like band names with girls' names in them are always cool, and we're like,
Alice
all right,
and
cool.
James,
Exactly.
Jane's Addiction.
Exactly. It was the 90s.
Flogging Molly. Need
So-
I go on?
Right,
Wow,
so
yeah.
Stalking Alyssa.
Okay.
And the Alyssa we had in mind was Alyssa Milano, but she was very popular at the time.
Ooh, charmed.
She made one of the Amy Fisher movies.
Wait. Who's the boss chick?
Yeah,
You picked her over Mona?
yeah.
Mona's the babe, dude.
But anyway, we wrote a song about Jeffrey Dahmer when he got sentenced, because he got sentenced to 900 years, and that was the name of the song, 900
Oh,
years.
that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to him in prison?
He got shanked. He got the shank.
No.
Audacious move.
Wait, no.
He did.
None of you are saying the right thing.
No, he did get shanked.
No. Oh, Ken.
All right, go ahead. Tell us what
Okay.
happened.
So part of the issue with Dahmer in prison is apparently, according to other inmates, is he would take his food that they would get at like meals, right?
Yeah.
And transform it into what looked like human body parts, and then like show it to other inmates and be like, haha, look at this, it looks like a body part. Problematic. When you're already in prison for doing horrible things to other people, they don't take too kindly to that. So what happened was some of the other inmates found out that some of his victims were obviously underage, and generally crimes against children are extra frowned upon even amongst inmates. So he ended up somehow being alone in like a gym room with 2 other inmates. It is debated whether it was a broomstick or a like bar that you would put weights on, but he was bludgeoned to death
Oh, yeah,
with a
bludgeoned.
bar.
Okay, all right, good, very good.
I feel like one's way more effective than the other for bludgeoning, but
Either way,
I'm
A
like,
gentleman's
I don't
death.
know. I don't know how you
gentleman's
would
death.
confuse the two, but okay.
a death fitting to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
It's the Murder Minute, everybody. Kate Douglas.
Feels so
Well,
good.
I've never thought about bludgeoning myself, so
Thank you. Thank you, Kate.
Have you thought about it?
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Hey, have I thought about getting bludgeoned to death? No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
Well, these
I
people
hope it
all
doesn't
have.
I tell you that much. I hope it doesn't happen. Quickly, I'm running out of time now.
Yeah, we
but
gotta
quickly,
get going.
I got to get to the Bleeding Rainbow.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
This is the part of the show where I tell you about a book that I read, and maybe encourage you to read one as well.
Try us.
This week I wanna show you this book. It's about one of the most important bands in American popular cultural history. It's called "Staying Alive: The Disco Inferno of the Bee Gees."
Ken, I love it when you talk about disco.
I'm a huge fan of disco, and the Bee Gees transformed American society, and they made it acceptable for everybody to dance, and it was and it was an incredible pioneering sound that they created. But Barry Gibb hated it the whole time, and ultimately, what you find in this book is that they were all miserable the entire time, and all three of his brothers were complete pains in the asses. Were always asking him for money.
This sounds like a miserable
It
read.
it was incredible, and they were all and you know they were all fucked up on drugs the whole time.
And you
Except-
thought it was going to be all dancing.
and it's right, except for Barry. So
Aw.
Barry had to keep it all together, and it's really remarkable when you listen back. And Stacey said nobody's going to know who this is, but Andy Gibb was one of the. He wasn't in the Bee Gees, but he was the other brother, and he was very popular in the late '70s, and he had many hits like "Shadow Dancing" and "I Just Want to Be Your Everything" and "Love Is Thicker Than Water." And it turns out he was too fucked up on cocaine to actually sing the songs. So Barry Gibb had to sing all the songs except for a couple lines. And then if you think about it, Andy, if you're listening to an Andy Gibb song in your head right now, you go, son of a bitch. It's Barry singing the whole time.
You're swearing so much tonight. It's weird.
Well, the Bee Gees got me all amped
you got
up.
all riled up.
I know. We all know that Ken feels very passionately about disco.
But I also want you to think about the genius of Barry Gibb because I want you to think about the theme song, the title song to the Grease movie, because they gave him a job to do, which was to make this song, make it the theme song. I need you to. It's called Grease. What's it about? I don't know. We haven't written it yet, but it's about the 50s. It's called Grease.
Is the word.
Right.
It's the word.
Right, and that's the lyrics because he had nothing to go on, so he just went with the word Grease, and they were like, okay, it needs to be 50s, but we also need you to make it popular, so just throw some of that disco in. And God damn it, if it's not a 50s disco
It's
song.
perfect. Hell, I was gonna say I love that song.
Barry Gibb is a genius and also a martyr, and I need you to read this book so you can hear all about it. And it's also amazing to see people making $50 million a year and still being completely miserable, which is there's got to be a lesson in there about something.
There is definitely a lesson.
Staying Alive, everybody, by Simon Spence, the Disco Inferno of the Bee Gees. Now, let's pivot, if we can, from disco to rock
To
and roll.
dancing.
No. Well, a little bit of dancing, but also a
I'll
little
be
bit of rock and roll.
dancing.
Dance is in our title. There will be dancing. Just
There will be
not
dancing.
now.
You guys ready?
Me.
There they go. Here, all the way, like I said, all the way. I've never been to Lowell, Mass. I'm sure it's beautiful.
Lovely, yeah.
We'll talk to them a little bit about
Good.
it. See if they got any good pizza. Have you ever been to Lowell?
No.
Okay.
No, not on purpose. I
Any,
don't think.
Any desire?
I don't know. I'll wait till the interview for them to tell me if there's anything worth seeing. But
Here they are, everybody. You're gonna love them.
I'm from Philly.
The shirts and shoes.
You say you don't want anything. am I a little lovesick? No, I'm a practical thinker. Even tried to trade my soul, but I couldn't believe her. We're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright. I feel like I'm falling forward. I feel like I'm falling forward. I feel like I'm falling forward. I feel like I'm falling down. There's gotta be a better way to get her screaming out my name, but I can't find a word to say. She moves her body slow. There's gotta be a better way to get her screaming out my name, but I can't find a word to say. She moves her body slow. Oh no, no, no.
Yay!
There's a wolf in my bed, a wolf in my bed, and she's a right brain eater, the killer of death. What's in my head? I want to arrest him. I can hear them breathing like my ears on protection, but I can't read the lines between your cabin. You careless. Since away from me and my crew, everybody sang till you're tired, bitch. Too many trips got you tired of noticing all the colors. I'm seeing red, I'm fighting to protect him. It's not the screaming out that got me chasing, and I just need a moment to pick up the pieces. Why do I resist? I had to take it away. Thanks, guys.
Shirts and shoes, everybody. Incredible. Wow, what a toothsome display of rock and roll. Let's bring the shirts and the shoes. Let's bring them both over here.
Let's do it.
We'll talk to them and we'll get to know the shirts and shoes a little bit. Come on over, fellas. Here they come. Let's hear it for them. Yeah, come on
run
over.
jump, hop, skip, whatever you want.
Whatever it takes to get over here.
Obviously, anything goes here.
All right, here they go.
Always
Here
remember
they
the
go.
couch.
Here they go.
We can fit more people on the couch. Feel like we can fit like 5 more people on.
Here's the shirts and the shoes,
like
everybody.
it.
Here's what we're gonna do first. I want you to give us your name. I want you to give us your name and Your all-time favorite pair of shoes. Describe them to us. All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Alrighty. Man, I don't know my shoe brands, but okay. My name is Emiliano Calvo, and
What?
my
Say it
favorite-
again. Emilio Cavo?
almost. Emiliano Facundo Calvo Núñez Pires Zapata, and I like to throw in the first.
It works. It works.
My
with or without.
favorite shoes. I don't know if you can zoom in on my shoes right now. I'm actually wearing 2 different types. This
Oh
was
my God.
a
this
complete
guy.
Did you
accident.
just not decide?
It was a
just
complete
didn't know, dude?
No, so this one's
What
from
is your life?
this one's from Primark. Guess
I
where this
dig
one's
that.
from?
Versace.
Primark.
A man on a budget. I love that.
Right? I
All
like
right,
it.
give me a microphone. Thank you. Thank you. I took my microphone.
I know, I'm sorry.
All right. My name is Alec Gervais, and probably my favorite pairs of shoes is the ski boot.
Ooh, ski
Oh,
boot.
that's
That's cool.
great
Functional.
answer.
That's
and
cool.
Sleek.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if it's sleek, but it is functional.
Not
All right,
sleek,
next.
I'm Tyler Sharon, and
Are they making these names up? They all sound so
it's
exotic.
fake. No, it's fake.
Yeah.
But what's a good shoe? I got Tim's on.
Can we see him?
Those are good. Would you call those shit kickers? Are those shit
Yeah,
kickers?
I'd say so.
Nice.
It's just a nice winter boot.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another guy, right? There's another guy back there, right? There we go.
My name is Eric Ghanem. I have a pair of jelly shoes that I like to break out every once in
Okay.
a while.
All right. Yeah. All right. Is that really your?
Yeah,
your
my favorite shoes I ever had were these yellow, cute little shoes I wore when I was like 15, and people are like, "You're too old to wear those," and I wasn't. Yeah, great cushion, ventilation. Yeah.
Elsa, what about you? What's your favorite pair of shoes that you've ever had?
I really like my Vans.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
hey!
a great answer.
One of these guys used to work at Vans.
That one. Oh, that one.
That one.
Oh, I
That one
love
too. They work together in the same Vans.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
I like the old school. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skate shoes in general are just weird. They're too puffy.
I love that. No, I use them as slippers. They're so comfortable.
Right. See, like, you could totally rock puffy shoes. I wear them. I look like a lunatic.
I probably look like a lunatic too. I look like a 6th grader who smokes too much weed when I wear them, and it's amazing.
We'll have a comparison.
Do you have a favorite pair?
Any 6th grader who's smoking weed is smoking too much weed.
Yeah,
Right.
probably. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I
Ken,
definitely have.
thank you.
Yeah, I definitely have a favorite pair. Back in high school, I had a pair of Mad Max boots. They were like, they were black boots that went up to here, and they had this big metal plate
What?
in the
How
front.
old were you?
High school. So I was like, 17.
You've always been so cool.
I know, but I can't. You couldn't really wear them now because it's not. We don't live in that kind of world now. But they were
I
fantastic.
thought you were gonna say like ostrich boots or
I
something.
loved them. Hey, if you could only have one, and the other one no longer exists, what would you rather? Shirts or shoes? You can only have
Right.
one.
I can only have one?
Yeah.
Oh, shoes.
That's the practical answer,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
What if it's sunny though? You really want a shirt on.
That way you get tan.
With hot pavement.
That way you can show off
Well,
the
we
bra.
all
hot
have
pavement,
different
you definitely
answers
need shoes.
to that.
100%.
Yeah, you're right. Because
Yeah.
yeah,
Eric, if you say anything else, bro.
just think about it.
I mean,
really think
people
about
run
it.
marathons without shoes though.
My man. Shoes.
There's a lot of there's indigenous cultures that don't wear shoes
No
at all.
shoes. Yeah.
They're
Yeah, I
fine,
don't think
right?
they're constantly walking across interstates. That's literally like littered with broken glass.
Yeah.
They probably
Yeah, but
don't
if
live
they
that
did,
kind
they'd
of
be
life.
fine because they're used to it.
Or they
Yeah.
just walk around like, ow, 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 all
Is
the
that
time.
how indigenous people
They're barefoot. You goose.
I don't know that much about it, but what I'm saying is that some people they're fine without shoes. I think for me, it'd probably be shoes.
Shoes, yeah.
Yeah.
There is a right answer.
You guys I don't know what I need you guys to do after you watch the show tonight is to go look these guys up on the internet. By the way, not the easiest thing to do when the name of the band is Shirts and Shoes because
Right.
because when you Google them, you get a lot of shirts and
Yeah.
shoes. So you get
Then
about
you have a goal to become the first hit when
Right.
people Google shirts and shoes.
So after you scroll through 24 pages of shirts and shoes, and you eventually find this band, you can see their new, video. It's called Wolf, and and it's a spooky, a really wild video.
I saw it. There's a very convincing zombie in it.
There really is, and it tells the whole story. It's really good. So I want to ask you guys about that, but first, since you named the song Wolf, please, if you can, give us a wolf fact. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't even have to be true or right. Just give us a wolf fact. Everybody gives us a wolf fact.
Oh, what? What?
Yeah, go ahead.
It doesn't have to be true.
Just throw
it doesn't have to be
In
true.
fact, that would.
Oh, they're so good with calculators.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. No.
I've never seen that, but I
Like the
I
big
think they
ones they use for calculus, the TI-84.
Yeah, the Texas instrument, like a Texas instrument.
It's only impressive if it's a small calculator.
I would believe that a wolf is better at math than me.
They're really good at parabolas. Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
Wolf fact?
Yeah, wolf fact. Quick.
A lot of people don't know that in 1922, wolves were reintroduced into Yellowstone National Park. True fact. True
Wow,
fact.
that's
What?
incredible.
You know the year?
I know the year.
This guy's a wolf creep. You wrote a book?
No, he read a book.
Big difference.
Not yet.
He might write a book someday.
Reading
He
books
seems
is
like the
good.
type. But so you made this video, which again is called Wolf. Did you play Wolf already?
Yeah, that was the second song.
Second song they played, and it was shot at a place called Haunted Overload, right?
Yep. In Lee, New Hampshire.
In where?
In Lee, New Hampshire.
Lee, New Hampshire.
I've never heard of
I've
it.
never heard of that.
It's quite a ways away. It's
They have a
like
great
maybe-
traffic circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
It's one of the
Fun
best
fact.
roundabouts.
There's a
Second
vintage
best
guitar
parking
shop
lot.
there. It's pretty sick. Bunch of
I love
bumpkins,
that
so
you
they
called
don't
a
know.
roundabout and not a rotary. Where are you from?
Sorry.
Here.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I know it's really annoying because yeah, parenthetically because Waze calls them roundabouts, and
They're roundabouts in Pennsylvania.
that's really annoying because they're not roundabouts. They're
Traffic
rotaries.
circle.
We're at Lee, New Hampshire.
We're in Lee, New Hampshire, at a place called Haunted Overload. Tell us what Haunted Overload is. Tell what's it all about.
Eric, take it away, cause
Sounds
he's the one that told
overwhelming.
us about
It's
it,
okay.
actually.
It's like the scariest place in America.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a really great haunted house. They donate all of their profits to charity, to like animal shelters or something. It's really spooky.
Something good.
Really
Something good.
spooky.
Super spooky.
And
spooky.
and what
Done by charitable.
Yeah, everything's handmade.
and what happened? How did you guys end up there? How did you end up making a video there?
We messaged the owner. We
Yeah.
asked, can we film a music video there? And he said yes.
He was
Wow.
weirdly chill about it. He just like never was there. He just told us where the power was, and we just showed up and like
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, nicest
All day
guy.
by our- we
Yeah.
were there all day by ourselves. We were like, is anyone gonna show
Did
up?
anything
And like,
creepy happen?
It was
I mean,
scary.
we scared
yeah.
ourselves a couple times.
Yeah.
Just rounding the
Once it
corner.
got dark, we didn't like go without like the buddy system. Yeah.
Really?
It's
That's
important to have
adorable.
your buddy.
Oh, I gotta wrap it up.
We gotta.
All right. Well, there they are, everybody. It's the shirts and shoes. All right. Get out of here, and we'll see more of you in just a little bit. There they go, everybody. Shirts and shoes. I
And
thought I-
pants and shirts and
I thought I was doing so
We're a
good
little
on
more
time.
Humans
chilled
and
tonight. I don't know why, but
I
fine.
thought I
We'll
was
be
I thought I was
fine.
doing so good on time. Well, maybe we'll talk a little bit more to him in just in a couple minutes. But right now, it's time to once again change gears a little bit. We get to the part where we get a little advice.
Oh, nice.
It's time, everybody, for Do What I Tell You.
We don't need you anymore.
Oh, there she is.
We
Looking saucy.
don't need
This is the
you
part of the show
anymore.
where our own Elsa Riot.
Oh, look, I'm wearing the same onesie as I am in the little
That's
intro.
nice, but
Yeah.
now you have a rope on you.
This is the part of the show where our own Elsa Riot gives you helpful advice for your life. Here we go.
Because I'm ever so qualified.
Yep.
This question comes from Morgan in Pie Town, New Mexico.
Wow.
I looked it
Double
up.
Morgan.
I looked it up. It is a real place.
Pie Town?
Wow.
Yes.
Cool.
2 words.
I love pie.
Yes. So,
A whole town full of it.
Morgan has to say, my boyfriend keeps trying to push me to go with him to the gym, but I just can't motivate myself to go. I feel a lot of people struggle with this. What do you do to motivate yourself to stay in shape?
Yeah, that's a good question.
First of all, it sounds like
The
you don't
endless
want to
struggle.
go to the gym with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Morgan. I don't know if this
Yeah.
is Mr. Morgan or Miss Morgan. Mix Morgan. Gender neutral. Morgan.
Irregardless.
Irregardless,
You are right.
it sounds
Morgan-
like you don't want to
Morgan
go
can
to
go
the
either
gym
way.
with your boyfriend. I will tell you, the best workout you can ever do is a workout you'll do, like
Yeah.
consistently.
Oh my God, she just really hit you with some science there.
I'm serious. serious. I'm
That's legit.
serious. It
It's
doesn't. I
true.
mean,
There
if you're
is-
like an athlete training for something, it doesn't matter what you do, whether it's cardio
Dancing.
or dancing or Zumba or weightlifting or just like being on the elliptical or running outside. Like, do whatever you're going to want to do. Yeah, it sucks getting your heart rate up. I hate exercising too. It's the worst.
Well,
It's
that's
torture.
That's really the issue. Is
But
that,
find the thing that is the least torturous.
right? Because probably none of that appeals to most people. Like, I don't want to run. I don't want to, lift weights. I don't want, and like
Yeah,
none
but
of it
you
is
can
appealing.
you could probably find something where, if you must, you can melt into a good
like
ebook
walking
or
to work
some
or
some
something.
music or fucking play Pokemon Go. That works for me. I'm serious.
Yeah.
If you're a nerd, Pokemon Go, you'll walk all around town and you'll become the best master there ever is.
But also,
So-
if you're just not interested in working out, like, don't feel like you're obligated.
Yeah,
to.
yeah, of course that too. You are not less of a person for not wanting to work out because
Yeah.
it sucks.
Plus,
I
the other
respect that.
the other point is, I think you're right. Is like maybe Morgan doesn't want to go with her girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever.
It's
it
a
might
boyfriend.
Be. Boyfriend, because they want to do their own thing. Go on
Yeah.
your own time. So just go. Look, take it easy. I'll go when I want to go.
Yeah, for
And
me,
group
it's
group classes
meditative. I
are
wanna
group
be
classes are
alone.
good for people who don't feel like they know what they're doing because I guarantee you no one else in the room knows what they're doing.
Right.
That's really the secret to life, I think. So no one else knows what they're doing. So
Right.
Might as
We're
well
all
do whatever you
BSing
want.
all day long.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure.
And also, when you get there, just don't talk to anybody. Nobody wants to talk to you.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you.
Am I right?
Yeah,
I have
actually,
to leave
yes.
so many gyms because people are talking to me.
It's the goddamn worst, man.
How do you tell somebody not to talk to you at the gym?
There's a guy.
wear earbuds, and when someone talks to you, you don't even have to listen
People
to
don't
music.
seem to
But
give
look
a
at
shit
them,
about those.
watch them talk to you. Watch them talk to you, and look at them, and then go.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't possibly take them out of my ears.
Guy cornered me once to tell me about an Eagles documentary that he saw.
Oh.
For like 40 minutes,
my
and I
God,
couldn't get
the
away from it.
That is way worse.
No, the
than,
band.
That is
that
way
sucks.
worse than any street harassment I have ever
Yeah.
endured. I am sorry.
And I was like, I
Ken.
gotta get
Birds
out of
would be
this.
cool, yeah.
I gotta get out of this.
The birds are totally cool. We're not shitting on the birds.
Right.
There you go, everybody. Is that it, Elsa?
Yeah, do what I tell you. Do whatever you want to do. Play Pokemon Go. Find group fitness classes, and don't go to the gym with your lame boyfriend.
Fantastic. Fantastic advice from Elsa.
Always bringing it.
It's time to pivot once more to the erotic art of burlesque.
Oh yeah.
We have one of our absolute faves here tonight. She always brings us something new and exciting. Here she is, everybody, performing with the Black Leather Lagoon, Landis, Darling.
Take
Landis Darling, everybody.
What?
By the way, you see that incredible?
I missed the spill. I was too.
I'm all wet.
You see that incredible lighting?
That makes
lighting
many
thing we
of
did there?
us, I assume.
Did you see the writing?
The lighting?
Between
Yeah,
the
right.
legs?
You see the writing? You see the incredible lighting job that Rui did with the
Rui,
black
that
light?
15-year-old, they really
Thank
do
you so
know how to work the
much.
lights.
These kids with their technology, they really know
so
how to.
nice, this
Let
technology.
me just try to turn my nipples off.
No, no need.
Oh wow, the nipples are.
What can you do when they're on? They're on.
That's exactly
This
right.
is called high beaming.
I've always said that. Hey, Landis, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Landis Darling, everybody! By the way, Landis, if you had to choose just one shirt or shoes forever, what would it be?
Oh, please, shoes, boots.
Shoes,
Boots.
boots.
Yeah, I like an engineer boot.
Did you see these things light up? I don't know if you guys saw that, but
That's impressive.
What did we do without LEDs?
I know it's incredible. You know,
Have to really slip some acid into your drinks.
yeah.
Right. But acid is so much better with
Speaking
LEDs.
of 3, 2.
Landis has been working in the world of aerial arts.
Can you
since we
imagine?
last-
How are you
9
not all
years.
broken?
So awesome.
Oh, I am.
Have
Inside
you
and
broken?
out. Inside and out, baby.
So personally, myself, I don't even like the prospect of climbing a fence seems like a lot to me. But
Me too, buddy.
but Landis is hanging from the ceiling. Were you when you were young? When it was young Landis, were you climbing on stuff? Were you like
Did you like
unafraid
being
of heights?
upside
Did you
down?
like
No, I was not an
Were you a
athletic
risk
child at
taker?
all. No, not at all.
So what happened?
what
How did you end up
happened?
hanging from the ceiling? How did this? How did we
You're
get
doing
here?
crazy things. You realize that?
Yeah, how did we
Hanging
get
from
there?
The ceiling. It's
This
weird.
is like back to your question earlier. I found an exercise that I liked.
Okay.
It just had to be like
Yes.
Do what I tell you.
It
You
had to
say
be
you had to be
narcissistic and pretty.
Okay, yeah.
It's like running on an elliptical isn't pretty, but I can make this pretty. I just have to work. Okay, I guess.
Yeah. It's very pretty.
Thanks. You guys should come do it. That would be a sick episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love
to
that.
have
Heavy
you.
Leather goes to what class should we take of yours?
Well, it would probably be intro to aerial. You would do a little bit of everything.
By the end of the class, I mean, could we be all upside down? Or
Yeah, I would get you upside down for
Okay,
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How high up do you go?
I mean, when I can go.
Yeah, you.
Like,
how high up do you go?
I can go as high as the ceiling is.
Okay.
Yeah, wherever I am.
Whatever. No matter where you are, however high the ceiling is,
I'm
that's
as
how
high
you're
as
gonna go.
possible all the time.
Yeah. But wait a minute.
Just
is there
kidding. Don't do drugs and do aerial. That's bad.
Is
That's
there-
bad. That's a bad time.
is there like a net underneath you or anything?
No.
No.
I mean, you can put out like a mat.
Yeah.
Most places aren't equipped with a net. You shouldn't be
You
doing.
say that like that's like not a normal thing to do.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this person's bringing a mat out. They must not know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh.
Incompetent.
Damn, I don't think this is for
Great
us.
for like
I
you
need
know
a
a
mat.
student showcase.
Wait a minute.
Somebody's
And
practicing.
you teach people this stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever fallen from the ceiling, crashed to the floor, and
People have fallen.
Concussions all the time, right?
Not
Yeah.
like out of the sky.
oh, they've never. Okay, all right. So they've never just dropped.
Well, you know, you teach it in ways that either you do it very low to the ground and you
Yeah.
move up very gradually,
Yeah.
or you walk out of things, so it's not just like.
Do you ever
1,
kick
2.
someone out? Are you ever like you're just it's not clicking with you? I'm sorry.
Well, we tell them what they can and what they are and aren't ready for yet. There's
Yeah.
steps, right? You have to be able to do this before you can do this.
Yeah, level 2 is not for you.
Yeah, for sure. Not yet. You will get there.
By the way, briefly, since we're talking about gym activities, let's go back to high school for a moment. What was your least favorite? What was your least favorite high school gym activity? Least favorite.
I really liked it because I was competitive.
Oh yeah, that's right. And you were pretty good at everything.
My favorite was
You're
shooting
a
bow and
Aries,
arrows,
right?
though. I'm a Virgo.
I hated them all. I couldn't because they may try to make you climb up a rope. I can't get up the rope. Could you get up the rope,
You gotta
Landis?
use your feet. It's a technique thing.
Landis can
Anything
get up
that
the rope.
involved having to be fast, I was really scared of. For sure.
Were you any good at anything back then, Elsa?
tennis. Tennis.
Oh,
That was
tennis.
about it.
Oh,
but
that's-
I was also a very unathletic child.
You were
I
riding
hated gym
horses.
class.
Was she right? She was a horse girl.
Yeah, no, I had really great abs when I was like in my like early to mid-teens.
God, she was so fancy.
I
Riding
really- no,
horses,
no.
playing
Right when you
tennis.
can really appreciate them, right?
I feel like that's the most fun part of tennis.
Can you imagine playing tennis?
No,
I
absolutely
will
not.
say a lot of that stuff is
Stop.
performative. It's very performative.
Yeah. Well,
I'll say that much. Throwing shade at pro tennis because
What-
I can do that.
one day we'll all have a game of dodgeball right here on camera. What do you say?
Yeah.
Please, please.
There's no, there's no way that that'll be bad for the cameras.
Oh, I'm in.
Because you're in a circle. It should be
I
fine,
go
right?
right for the face.
Stace, is that fine? Is that okay if we have a game of dodgeball in here?
No.
Shirts and
Aw.
skins.
Oh.
All right.
But what if we do it at a third location and someone films it?
Yeah, how about that? Is
Yeah.
that okay? That's okay.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. There she is, everybody. Landis, darling. All right, Landis, we'll see you in a couple of minutes. We'll see Landis in a couple of minutes. Glitter and glitter and butt sweat.
Also my brand.
It's
I can appreciate
biodegradable
this.
glitter.
Yep.
Also.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, I got some butt sweat down here too.
As soon as these guys are finished tuning their guitars, and
Yeah.
then we'll.
They were
we'll-
taking a nap, by the way.
They
during
always
the
look so
segment.
chill. They've all been sitting down until
Yeah.
like 20 seconds
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I
That's
really
what the kids
respect
are
that.
doing these days, I guess.
I wish I could work that way.
Fellas, just give us a thumbs up when you're ready to go, and then we'll have a little bit
Are
more.
we snoozing this alarm or are we ready to go?
Well, I think, look, they're all
Quick turnaround. I love that.
up and at 'em, up and at 'em.
Yeah.
One more time. It's the shirts and the shoes.
Feels like the first time that I felt my heart stop beating. I know I can't die as long as I'm still bleeding. Pain is just a green light. It'll make you wake up screaming, babe, I need you here tonight. And I don't like this feeling. You wanna tear me down. Well, man, stopping you now. 'Cause I wanna wait around. Just come and kill me. I'll blow my tongue like a trumpet. Even the sound gets your head. I'm gonna stomp you to nothing. I'm gonna wear you around my neck. I'm gonna wear you around my neck. I'm gonna wear you around my neck. You wanna tear me down. We'll be
shirts and shoes, everybody.
So good.
What? Very accomplished.
I'd go to Lowell to see them. I don't know where it is.
Very accomplished. It's wherever you are, it's 45 minutes away.
Yeah, at least, always.
Doesn't matter where you are, Lowell's 45 minutes away. All right, everybody. Well, this has been fun, but you know what happens. We're rolling along. We're having a great time. And then we run out of it. We run out of time.
Inevitably, yeah.
Inevitably. It's going to happen to us all. You might think you're immune
Face
to it.
the music, folks.
Damn,
You're
the
not.
show's ending.
But before...
Oh, but that's a really dark one. What's your favorite saying? It's so dark. What is it? Everything you love in life will eventually be taken away from you, right?
Yeah, he says
Everyone
that
says
to me.
that. He says that to you
comes
when you're
into
really
my
high.
office and leaves after he says everything in your life.
Everything you love will be taken away. It's
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
all
so
the
weird.
shitty things will be taken away too.
Yeah, exactly
so-
right. Believe me, you'll be so tired by
What
the
if
time
you
it's
got
over.
hit by a car after you said that to me? How would I feel?
Well, it's the truth. That's why you have to enjoy what you have now.
Ew.
This
He's
too
not
shall
wrong. He's not
pass.
wrong.
Things won't always be this way. We get it.
Hey, everybody.
Damn.
This is the part of the show where we get everybody together and we do the promos because everybody's here for a reason. They want you to go to the
Yeah.
shows, buy their products. So we're going to bring shirts and shoes back over here. We're going to bring Landis Darling
There's
back
a lot of great
over here.
things going on.
Somebody find Landis Darling.
Sit in this puddle of ass sweat.
Jessica.
By the way,
Literally no one. Literally no one.
By the way-
Okay.
Go.
by the way, next week on this show,
Pants too.
next week on this show, all the way from Connecticut, rock and roll from Killer Kin
Yeah!
and burlesque from one of our other faves, Jessica Lee Scary. But for now, let's find out what everybody's up to. Right next to me, look at this vision. It's Landis Darling. Let's see where we can find Landis Darling next.
All right, on Thursday the 13th, I've got a show at Top of the East in Maine. That's some burlesque and drag where I'm a thug-ass Willy Wonka. I might come chocolate syrup onto a sexy Oompa Loompa. And then the 14th and 15th, I'll be at Magma in Gloucester doing some aerial and a revival of the Absinthe Fairy as well.
Amazing.
Can you
Wow.
imagine her living her life?
Yeah, I know, it's wild.
Thug ass Willy Wonka.
When's,
I'm an artist.
when's the Magma thing?
The 14th and 15th.
Okay, 14th and 15th, everybody. That's Friday and Saturday, as far as I can tell.
Yes.
There's a lot happening behind me.
Yeah, what is? Are they cool back there?
I think,
It's
yeah,
the
I
second
think.
mannequin that's fallen over tonight.
Let's move over to Elsa Riot and find out where we can
Hell
see
yeah,
her.
this coming Saturday night at the Rockwell in Davis Square, you can catch my burlesque and variety show, Spoken Shadows. It is the 3rd anniversary show, and we are celebrating with a full night of burlesque and live music by the Neff Rock All-Stars. We are doing a 90s rock and roll night, so there's going to be lots and lots of grungy bays and go-go dancers, and you can find tickets at elsariot.com, and you have to bring dollars for the go-go dancers.
Yes. Let's find out what's happening next with the shirts and the shoes.
Ooh, thank you, Elsa. You can check us out February 15th at the Middle East. We're playing alongside our friends, the Tall Boys and Maddie Roop, so check it out. You can look us up on Facebook. It's way easier if you Facebook us the shirts and shoes instead of Googling it.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
you guys
promise
aren't on
you.
like Tinder or something else?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
Yep.
at the shirts and shoes,
Okay.
everywhere.
Excellent. That's,
Message us. We love talking.
yeah, they love it.
Why does no one put their Tinder name on this thing?
You
Yeah.
I
Are
thought
you
it
g-
flashes at the bottom of the screen of everybody.
I don't know how these things work anymore.
Are you guys on TikTok, shirts and shoes?
No, not yet, not yet.
Okay. I don't know what it is, but
Ever since Vine died,
I don't know what it is, but the kids seem to like it.
I can't do it.
Let's go over there and see what's happening with the band.
Hey, the Gala US. Stop by Debbie Records, pick up our fucking record. Stop by Kevin and Contact Records, pick up our latest fucking single. You can see us February 15th at the Square Root with Zululu and Hambone Skinny. Oh, wow, Babaloo up. Oh, wow, fuck you.
Hell yeah! That was anticlimactic.
That
By
was it.
the way, I got my timing off, and it turns out I thought it was next week, but it turns out before next week happens, right? It's gonna be Sam's birthday, right?
Yes!
So quickly, everybody, let's wish Sam a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Sam!
a lap dance.
Double. 2 for 1.
Well, yeah.
Can we all get one joint
She doesn't.
lap dance?
She doesn't have the biggest lap, but we'll try to make it work.
All right, we'll do it during the group photo, okay? Everyone gets a lap dance.
I mean, we kind of just did a group lap dance.
Well,
That's true.
we'll
It's like my job here. It's amazing.
we'll bring you a cake next week, buddy.
Yeah.
Happy birthday! By the way, do you have a birthday wish?
Yeah, that you're willing to share.
Yeah.
That you don't want to keep.
Yeah, go ahead. No, if you say it on TV, it'll come true. Everybody knows that.
Birthday wishes? I mean, like a realistic wish or like
Yeah.
a really.
Hey, go ahead. No,
You
realistic.
can be practical or impractical. It's your
It's
wish.
your birthday.
Yeah,
You
it's your
pick
birthday.
Pick your fit.
You can
I
make.
wish that in like a fantasy amazing world that heavy leather would be like a real big TV show and it would be my job and I'd get paid to do it and I wouldn't have to
Oh
have
my
any other
God.
fucking job.
That's my wish too.
Patreon.
Yeah.
So good.
Our Patreon.
Why is nobody paying us to do this fine work?
Well, there you go. If you're listening out there, and you have deep pockets, and you want a quality television show, we are for sale.
We will.
Yeah, Monopoly Man,
accept
we're
your
here.
money.
We all have a price.
Yes.
Basically any price, as far as I can tell.
pretty low, I gotta say.
I mean, how much would you need a week to do this job full
I
time?
mean, I could live on, $2,000 a week.
$2,000
Wow. Well, you're really
You guys, you gotta set it up high and then,
Negotiate down.
negotiation. Yes.
All right.
Plus,
Okay.
I'm worth $2,000 a week.
By the way,
Yes,
this is
you
the
are.
Yeah.
this is the part of the show where we dance, and I would like to point out that half of the time the bands don't dance, right?
Right.
But
it's
if you ask
They
me,
seem like dancers.
if you
it's
ask
actually
me,
in order.
isn't it more awkward to just stand here
Yeah,
staring
it
at the
looks
camera
So weird.
than it is to just dance?
Yeah. Thanks for throwing that out there. That's the
Yes.
truth.
Bothers me.
We need a new big sign for the.
Yeah.
By the way, I
Google
think Jessica Dunaway has a promo.
I need an every. Oh, Jessica, quick! Is it too late?
Yeah.
Promo! Oh my gosh, don't forget Jessica.
Somebody make an everybody dance sign.
Oh my God! Hi. You can see me go dancing at Elsa's show. It's gonna be super cool. My own show is the next night. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm go dancing here on the 5th, and then I'm doing something on the 29th at the Midway Cafe. Take it out and blow on it. That's
I'll
it.
be there too. Yes, me too.
Well, that's it. We can't really fit any more show in, so let's all go home. There they are, everybody. The Kings of the Nighttime World is a Black Leather Lagoon.
I was a teenage well. Oh, so